Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the 49 Invincibles podcast with me, Glenn. Next to me is Zuhum, and below me is Mr. Positive Callum. International break. We are 5 days into the international break. Hoping it ends very soon. We still have like another week to go. But yeah, we have some content for you. Today, we're going to be speaking about the dream signings from every single club. Which signing would you make from every single club? If you had the choice to pick one player from City, one player from Liverpool, one player from Sheffield United, one player from Fulham, one player from Palace, which players would you pick to sign for Arsenal, to sign for your dream team? So that's the topic for today. Let me introduce my co-host first. So whom are you?
I'm good, mate. How are you? I'm chilling. Wait, you already said how you are in the pre-show moments.
Yeah,
No, I'm good, man. I'm just enjoying the international break, like you said earlier. It's a bit of
yeah,
a break for us content creators, but
yeah,
at the same time, uh, maybe I wish the football was more entertaining.
yeah. I wish so too. Callum, how are
Yeah.
you? He has a new
Yeah,
Twitter, by the way, the Red Mr. Positive. Go and follow him on Twitter. How are you?
yeah, I'm good. It's a nice little break from all that stress Arsenal give me all the time. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
obviously, it's not the best football in the world, but
yeah.
it's football nevertheless. So it's just a bit of a break, like it.
It's a break, and when the Premier League returns, there's no other break until the end of the season. So it's business time. Like we have to get serious after the international break. But today we are here to talk about the transfers, the players we get from every single team. We're going to start from the 20th team going up, so 20th, 19th, and then we'll finish with City. So the first team we're going to be talking about is Sheffield United. Make sure you comment which players you pick from every single team as well. So we'll start with these home. Sheffield United, very, very terrible season. Probably going to get, obviously going to get relegated. So some players are going to be signed. So if you're the manager of Arsenal, which one would you pick from Sheffield United? See that? He
Yeah.
literally, he literally doesn't have anyone from Sheffield United. That's how bad it is. So we'll start with you, Carl. Let's start with you.
From Sheffield United.
Yeah,
Don't know.
it's a tough one, right? It's a tough one.
Very, very tough because I don't watch him. So
Yeah.
uh, I actually don't know. Maybe I have to go for ask Zoom. Is Zoom here? Ask him. Ask him.
Is the home back?
I'll, but
He's not back. So I guess let me
oh,
just
that's it.
start.
Oh, did I'll take one player. Yeah, that player that
Yeah.
Liverpool
Brewster?
came from Liverpool. What's his name? That's the only player I
Brewster?
can take because he's young player. 30 man there.
He's
Yeah,
been he's been
I'll take
he
him.
missed a penalty against
That's
us
the
in
only
the
player I
Community
think.
Shield.
I wouldn't take anyone else.
He missed a penalty against us in the Community Shield.
Yeah,
I
but
don't know about. So that's the only one you'd pick from there.
the only way because he's young and he's got potential. I reckon around maybe better players around him might do a bit better. So I'll take him. If I have to
Yeah.
take anyone.
Zoom, are you back?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry for the disconnection.
No problem. Go ahead. Which player would you pick from Sheffield United? Callum struggled with that one.
um, there's two players that come to mind, and I think it's
Mm-hmm.
only fair that we mention them.
Yeah.
There is John Egan, who's a defender,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and a central midfielder in Sanderberg, who we've actually been linked to
Yeah.
in recent weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we have enough defenders, and we have
Yeah.
enough defenders coming back. So I'm gonna stick to Sanderberg. I know he's a good player. I just
Yeah.
don't know much about him. I don't know how he would complement Thomas Partey, who's mainly going to be our number one central midfielder. So I
Yeah.
think maybe at the very least he's going to be more mobile and more athletic than
Yeah.
and energetic than Granit Xhaka. So we're going to have a lot more aggression in our midfield. So I think I'm going to
Yeah.
go with Sanderberg. Ryan Brewster, I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
the only thing it brings to us is that Champions League medal, Callum,
Mm-hmm.
which we don't
We
have.
might need it though.
You know what I
I'll
mean?
have that. I'll have that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I, I wouldn't pick Brewster. I think he's had a very, very like unfortunate season. I'd say like he has had no impact from Sheffield United at all for Sheffield United. I don't think can you really blame him, Zoom, or do you think it's because Sheffield have been terrible this season?
I think it's a bit of both. Because I mean, how much does he do in training to convince the manager that he needs to start, right?
Just
And obviously,
yeah, yeah,
there's the whole all those variables of whether he's a target man. Do they play to a target man like him? Uh,
yeah.
so I don't know. I feel like he shouldn't have gone to Sheffield. He should have gone to a place where he's guaranteed game time, like the Championship.
Yeah, I kind of like McGoldrick for them. I don't think he'd work
Mm,
for us. So I'd probably
yeah,
go with the defender, like you said, a guy who's used to English football from the Championship, from the Division One, from the Premier League.
yeah.
So I'd probably agree with you and go for John Egan. He's been a bit trashed this season, but I'd definitely go for him, not Brewster or the other option. Sanderberg, I don't think he's that good. I wouldn't get him
Mm,
myself. So I guess those are the yeah. We really struggle with Sheffield United. I don't think we'll struggle that much with the other teams. I think that was the hard one. I think that was hard one. Yeah, Tierney, I can see you in the chat. So McGoldrick has been great for them. I think he's the only guy who literally scores goals for them. So we stick with probably Egan as the home said. So the 19th team, the next team is
yeah.
West Brom. So I'll give you first on Callum. West Brom, at least they do have a couple of good players.
Um, Jesus Christ, my mind's gone. Can you go to Zoom first? Go
Mhm.
to Zoom. My mind's gone. Sorry.
Hey, Callum, that's not fair, man.
My
Um,
mind's gone.
well, yeah. So in terms of their squad, there's honestly not that much. How about we bring back Kieran Gibbs?
Oh hell
Mm.
no! Hell no! That came to my mind, yeah, but I'm not even gonna say that. That's why I had to say pass it on.
All
I
right.
don't like
Well,
him. I think he's just signed for Inter Miami.
yeah, yeah, he did. He has over the transfer window. For
Yeah.
sure, it has to be Mateus Pereira. He's actually a
Mhm.
very, very technical midfielder, and I think there's no other person you'd really go to from
Yeah.
there. I mean, you have Ainsley Maitland-Niles. You could bring him back. You have their striker Mbaye Diane, who is weird. He just misses chances. But
A lot
a
of them.
notable
Yeah.
shout would be Callum Robinson,
Hmm.
who's a
Former
forward
Sheffield
for
United
Ireland.
player. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I'm sticking to my attacking midfielder, Mateus Pereira. Let me tell you,
Yeah.
if Mateus Pereira comes to the Emirates, he will
Hmm.
come with nutmegs, all kinds of skills and tricks,
Yeah.
all kinds of assists, all kinds of goals. And I think
Hmm.
in a technically lacking Arsenal midfield, he'd
Hmm.
bring a lot.
Yeah. How about Ivanovic? Would you take Ivanovic?
Would you know?
The-
Nah, 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 nah. We have enough ex-Chelsea
Absolutely
players,
not.
man. Enough.
Uh, Absolutely not. So I agree with you,
Yeah,
Matthias
yeah,
Pereira. He's been the only shining light this season.
yeah. Mhm.
Goals, free kicks, penalties. He does everything in that team. I also like
Yeah.
Gallagher, the guy who's on loan from Chelsea. He's been quite decent for them in midfield. I think
Mhm.
actually this season he's picked up the most yellow cards in the Premier League, if I'm not wrong, alongside Bellerin. I think
Jeez.
they're in the top three of the most yellow cards this season. So he's very feisty. He doesn't look like that kind of player, but he has the most yellow cards. So I'll probably go for Pereira, just like you. Technical, not what we need right now because we already have the likes of Odegaard, but he would be a good signing. When they get
Mm.
relegated, I think he will be signed by one of the teams in the Premier League, maybe a Leeds United or something like that. So that would
Yeah.
be my option as well. As we wait for Cullen to come back, I can see Tini in the chat saying Galek is good. We are forgetting that Ryan is on loan, and if he goes back to Brighton, we are stuck with yeah, good options. So he says Sam Johnston,
Thank
the goalkeeper.
the keeper now. I mean,
Hmm.
I, I'm already kind of pleased with what we have so far. Bernd Leno, Matt Ryan.
As he
I
says,
wouldn't be opposed to bringing.
Ryan is on loan. Although he says
I
Ryan is
know.
on loan.
I wouldn't be opposed to bringing like keeping Ryan. He's got Premier
Yeah,
League experience. He's a bit
yeah,
older. So yeah, I mean, I don't think any keeping position would be any of my choices, to be honest, from any team.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Johnson is quite a good keeper, though. I think he was just called up for England right now as well. Matthias Pereira is quality, I do agree. So I think we'd settle for Pereira. I think we'd definitely settle
Mm,
for Pereira. Not very many options from there, but at least three or four. Not like Sheffield, where you only had one. The next team is
yeah.
Fulham. Fulham is 18th on the table. Who would you go for from Fulham?
So I just put it up, and then I remembered I don't need to look at the whole squad. I'd be very interested in Ademola Lookman, who has
Mm,
been fantastic this season
yeah.
individually. Lookman, what do you think, Callum? Lookman
Yeah, that's
from
the one I would.
yeah,
That's definitely
yeah.
the one I would have said. Every time I've seen him play, I think he looks exciting. You know what I mean? He's quick. He's quite a quick player, isn't he? He's quite quick. So
Mm,
I would pick him. Him or even fair enough. He's a Chelsea reject, but Loftus Cheek. You know, he's
Yeah.
quite solid in midfield. So
yeah.
I don't know. I'll probably go for either Lookman or Loftus Cheek. You know, I won't go for their goalkeeper.
Look,
Hell no.
when Fulham played Liverpool, Lookman tore them apart. So he should
Yeah,
have had like 3 or 4 goals in that
Yeah.
game. And the counter attack, he should have scored a lot of goals in that game. But the missing of chances, it kind of reminds me of Osaka, but he's a very good player. Remember when he scored against United back when he was at Everton? He had a loan spell as well, just like the likes of Smith Rowe in Germany. So I think you all agree on Lookman. I actually think Areola, their goalkeeper, is quite good. Callum, I actually think he's good. So we agree on
he's
Lookman
like five
totally.
foot. He's 5'5", isn't he? Ariel.
He's very short
Ah,
though, but
He's
he's
well
very
short.
short, but not 5'5". 5'5" sounds very short. 5'5" sounds very short. But yeah, he's a quality player. He's absolutely quality player as well. So I think we agree on Lookman. I think we definitely agree on Lookman. Let's go to the 17th team on the table. That is Newcastle. So
so Newcastle, man, they're not necessarily spoiled for choice, to be honest. When I go through the teams, I think there's only really one choice, and
yeah,
that's Saint Maximin, Alan Saint
mhm,
Maximin. That guy,
yeah.
that guy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like he'd do better at Arsenal than Pepe has done so far.
Okay, Tierney says bring back Willock. I think they have better players though.
Bring
Callum, any
back
other
Willock.
options from Newcastle?
Do you know what? Yeah, for a season, Andy Carroll. For one season,
I
so just
agree. I actually agree. I actually agree with you. With Carroll without an injury, coming in the last 10 minutes to help us with those headed balls, all those crosses we put in. I
I
think
know you'll get a ball in.
but I think
Do you
we'll
guys
be reaching
understand
that
the
now.
bants
I,
that will be thrown at us?
I think we'll be reaching. I think we'll be reaching if we go on and get Carroll. I think we'll be reaching. Another player I forgot from Fulham is Caballero, very good player as well, former Wolves player. But Newcastle, if you're to ask me, I don't know. Callum Wilson, backup striker zone.
Oh yeah,
Nah.
Wilson.
Yeah, actually, Callum Wilson would be a better backup option than Andy Carroll. I mean, Andy Carroll, what's he going to be good for? Coming on for the latest corner in the
No,
game?
obviously,
Nah,
yeah.
I think I'm
Obviously,
going to
I
stick
wouldn't get
to
Carroll. Yeah.
yeah. I'm going to stick to Alan Saint Maximin for me.
Okay. I would go for Almiron. I would go for Almiron. He always looks very happy
Oh,
playing in that terrible team. He always looks very happy. Always
really?
quality. Yeah, he looks very good and on the ball since he joined from was it Atlanta
American
from
team.
US, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
Atlanta. Yeah,
Yeah.
so he's very good. Jamal Lewis. Hell no. Let me tell you something with Jamal Lewis. The thing we've been talking about the last few days or the last few weeks, he cannot play in a back four. He's a good full wing back, but not full back. He's just like a Bellerin or a Niles or a Kolasinac.
Oh
They
God.
can't play in a back four. Better in a back five, but not in a back four. Just listen to Newcastle fans. They cry every single week about him playing as a left back. So who have you sorted for Callum from Newcastle?
I'll have to go Saint Maximin. That for real, Saint Maximin, because I really think he's class. He is
Yeah.
class. He's levels above Pepe, in my opinion, and he
Mm.
can play better players around him, and he will do more. He will be able to express himself more. Do you know what I mean? Because he will have, yeah. So I really think Saint Maximin.
So Saint Maximin has a bit of swag with him. Do you think him and Lacazette and Aubameyang it will be too much sauce in the team?
It'll be too much sauce, man. Not just off the pitch,
Too
but
much.
even on the pitch.
Too much.
Nah, seriously,
Yeah.
I feel like when Saint Maximin tries to dribble past defenders, he
Yeah.
actually can. He actually believes like, yeah, there's no chance in hell that you get this
Yeah.
ball from me. And Pepe
Mm,
he doesn't necessarily have the same conviction. So
yeah.
Saint Maximin, I mean, put him on the same team with Martin Odegaard, Bukayo Saka. Oh my God, what a team that would be.
It would be very good. I'm actually going to change from Almiron to Wilson. I think Wilson will do a better job for us as a backup striker. He's used to English football. He's played for Newcastle, for Bournemouth, always scoring goals. Only problem is injuries, injuries, injuries.
Yeah.
So the next team you're going to go to, Callum, Brighton. Now we have the likes of Mope, we have Lamptey, who've been talking about a lot. We already have Ryan, the goalkeeper. Who would you pick from Brighton?
Basuma.
There we go.
I think I'll go for Basuma. I really, really like him. I think him next to Partey will be immense partnership. You know what I mean? Because he's strong. You know what I mean? He can. I remember when we played against him, and I was just thinking he's getting about everywhere. He's everywhere. Everywhere I mean, he's all over the pitch. He's always there, Basuma. So it's got to be him. Him or close second, Lamptey. So
Lamptey, okay. Basuma, so.
Yeah, I think
There's a lot of players, yeah.
There is Connolly, who's a very good forward. Connolly is quite good. Mope is he does. Mope, I don't know how Arsenal fans would warm up to him, considering what he did to Bernd Leno. I don't know how Bernd Leno would warm up to him. But yeah, I think I have to go with Basuma as well. Right back isn't my priority this summer. Central midfield is my priority. That's where we're getting a lot of players moving out of the club or on the verge of moving out of the club. That's where we need to improve. So Basuma, 100%.
I still wouldn't get Lamptey either way. I think he's too short to play that position unless we're playing a back five. I think the injuries are too many. Connolly, you've mentioned with Trossard. I think the reason why I think Brighton have the highest XG, something you like, the highest XG in the league, but without scoring.
Yeah.
So I think the reason why they don't convert their chances is because of Trossard and Connolly. They've missed a lot of chances this season. Welbeck as well, Mope as well. So I do agree with you. A good shout. Callum, Basuma definitely in midfield. And that's the one I'd actually absolutely want to sign from probably the bottom 10 teams in the league. So Basuma. The next team, 15th on the table. Zoma, I'll start with you. Burnley. Bloody Burnley, as Mark Goldbridge says. Bloody Burnley.
I hate these guys so much. All of them. They're like the modern day Stoke, man. Pisses me off. But I think I'd be interested in one of the defenders or Dwight McNeil, the midfielder. He's like the most odd Burnley player because he's like the only technically gifted player there. But there's good shouts for James Tarkowski, Ben Mee, good centre backs, and Nick Pope as a keeper as well. But for me, I think I'm going to stick with Dwight, man. Dwight is a sauce player, bro.
Yeah. Callum, do you want to go old school and go for like a Chris Wood or something like that, traditional, tall and strong forward?
No, I think I'll go for Nick Pope. I think you're gonna. I don't know. I think he's a bit better with his feet than Leno is. It's not hard. Do you know what I mean? But I think he is a bit better than Leno is with his feet, and he's a good shot stopper as well. And for a team like that, do you know what I mean? You gotta be on your toes a lot of the game. So I think come down to us, I think do a better job than Leno. So I'll have it. Nick Pope.
Wow, Nick Pope. Okay. Ben Mee, I like the home. I like the centre backs because they're very used to the game and they're very dangerous attacking. Anytime you give them a corner, something you usually struggle with, they'll probably score for you. But I think that's the only options there. So probably Nick Pope, I have to agree. Not very many options in that team. McNeil is good, but I think you already have players like that in the team. So I'm definitely going to go with Pope as well in the team. Then I'll start with you, Callum. Southampton, 14th in the table. A lot of options from Southampton, surely.
You know what? I would have Redmond, I think he's been around in the Prem for a while, isn't it? Obviously, I think he's quite a decent player. Every time I watch him, Redmond impresses me. Do you know what I mean? So I'll have to say him. I think that comes to my mind right now.
So,
I think I'm gonna go with big man Danny Ings.
Danny Ings.
I think he's better. I think he's better than Lacazette.
Yes, sir.
You think he's better than Lacazette, Danny Ings?
Yeah, I think Danny Ings is a better striker.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, you were saying you were arguing?
Danny Ings as well.
I was
Yeah.
arguing with fans the other day talking about selling Lacazette and Aubameyang. I think that is absolutely crazy. I wouldn't do anything like
Oh
that. I
no,
think
no,
we
no. I
have
mean,
two
not
two of the top 10 strikers in the world, and you want to sell them for who?
top 10.
Yeah, top 10. Okay, let's
Like I
say in the
said,
last 5 years, in terms of scoring goals, they're in the top 10, alongside the likes of
yikes. Top
Lewandowski,
10's a lot,
Ronaldo,
man.
Messi. I mean, they're up there. They're up there. Like, you can't name me nine better strikers than Aubameyang. I don't think so.
No, not Aubameyang. Aubameyang, he's top 5, okay? But
Yeah.
Lacazette, I don't know, man. He's never hit above 14 goals for us, and now he's gonna break that record. I mean, come on, a striker who's only gotten you 14 goals in the Premier League season, that's not good enough, mate.
Thank you for that, RK. I usually look at so what I usually look at if it is like 14 goals and 0 assists, then that is a worry. But if it's like 14 goals and 7 assists, then he's
No,
contributing to the rest of the pitch. Then fine. If it's just like goals and no assists, like Kane used to be like long time ago, just goals and no assists, then you'd be worried. But consistently getting more than 12 goals, we used to have Sanogo and Shamak in the team. We used to have Sanogo and Shamak. I am happy with
and
anyone getting
Eduardo.
14 goals.
Nah,
And yeah,
but to be fair, Danny Ings just has. I think Danny Ings has better technical ability. He scored a wider variety of goals. Lacazette scores headers, tap-ins, and long shots. A couple of long shots here and there.
yeah.
But Danny Ings, I mean, Danny Ings can do so much. I think he's a better hold-up player. I think he's craftier inside the box. And in all honesty, I also think he's more clinical. I've seen Lacazette waste too many chances. And yeah,
Yeah.
I can't. Honestly, I'd actually sell Lacazette for 20M and fund that to buy Danny Ings. Fund Danny Ings's price tag. Maybe what, 30, 35 million? I'd take it.
I would do as
Yeah,
well.
Ashton agrees. Ashton agrees with you. Ings is better than Lacazette. Okay, so what I meant of two of the top 10 in the last since 2015 in terms of goals, Lacazette is up there. Aubameyang, like the strikers who have scored more than like 100 goals, 150 goals in the last 6 years, is there with Aubameyang, the Ronaldos of this world. Maybe not in the top 10 right now. Lacazette, Aubameyang is for me. Maybe Lacazette is in the top 20, but I don't think you can name like Ings better than Lacazette. I don't know, man. I don't know. I would have to check all the qualities. Like name me like 10
Trust me.
qualities like stamina. Let's take a look at heading the ball. He's better. Stamina, Lacazette is better. All that. Let's compare like different
Mm.
aspects of their game.
Trust me and Callum.
I,
You know what?
Okay.
You've actually, yeah. Thank you
I,
for that,
I would
Zoom.
go
Thank
things.
you. You've actually given me an idea. We'll have to do that video. We'll have to do that video
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Ings
No worries, man. Fine,
and
fine.
Lacazette.
I'll
Yeah,
get the
I think I would
statistics
go.
out.
Yeah, I would go for Ward Prowse. I would go for Ward Prowse. Ward Prowse is
Okay.
set pieces. My goodness,
Oh yeah,
every
he's
time he
But
has
he's
a
unreal.
free
old,
kick,
no?
he's very very good from set pieces, corners, accuracy with alongside Madison. Very very good in terms of accuracy and the
Yeah.
pace on the ball. Very very good. Vestergaard, I'd like to like that tall centre back
Ooh.
in behind there with Gabriel or and Luis maybe probably keep a lot of clean sheets. So Odd Pros would be my first option. Ashton says Kane, Aguero, Firmino, Lewandowski. Come on, man. Firmino is not top strikers in the last 6 years. In terms of goals and on all that, I don't think Firmino has ever been in the top 10. Lewandowski definitely, Aguero, Kane definitely. Haaland has been good in the last 1 year, man. Come on. I'm talking about since 2015. Benzema definitely, Giroud definitely, Suarez definitely. Right now, all of them are probably better, but in terms of the last 5 years, 6 years, I don't think so. Thank you,
Says a lot
GGMU
that Aguero is
TV.
injured and he's
And he's
Yeah.
better.
still there.
Yeah, no, Aguero is better than most strikers, man. Probably most
Okay, fair
strikers.
enough.
Like if he stayed fit, I think he'd have caught up with Shearer's goal record. Okay, let's go to the next team. Wolverhampton. Callum, who are you having from Wolves? We already
Neto.
injured one of their players, of course. Neto.
It has to be. He's gonna be one of the best. I think. If I honestly think he'd
Yeah.
be one of the best forward players, and just him in Arsenal would be unreal. Get rid of Pepe and have him, and it would just be a massive upgrade.
100.
Massive upgrade for
100.
Pepe.
100. 100. I'm not gonna say too much. I agree with Callum. Pedro Neto is my favorite player from Wolves.
And the
There's
Wolves,
Podence,
yeah.
who's a good shout. Raul Jimenez as
Yeah,
well.
Pedro.
Too
And then
tiny, too
obviously
tiny.
there's
It's too tiny.
there's Ruben Neves, who's a very
Mhm.
good central midfielder, but he's not the kind
Yeah.
of partner we want for Thomas Partey. So Pedro Neto.
Pedro Neto. A lot of options, as you've said. Moutinho scored. Moutinho scored a cracking goal against us, and he's
Yeah.
never scored against since. Man, that guy annoys me. That he's never come close to scoring against since. So a lot of options from Wolves. I agree with what Ashton has said in the chat. Connor Cody. Now, let me tell you about Connor Cody. Like, if you want this guy in terms of leadership, if this guy comes to Arsenal, you give him the captaincy immediately. Like the leadership at the back, the way he organizes the back for the back five, whichever they play. He doesn't score a lot of goals, doesn't even go forward for corners most of the times. But the leadership and the being vocal on the pitch, I think there's like is second to none in the league. So Connor Cody is a good
Yeah.
option. We don't need Cody. We're just talking about dream signings, Tini. Don't worry. Podence and Neves are very good as well. Yeah, Neto is probably a good shout. I'd go for Cody. You guys would go for Neto. Neto is very good. I didn't even know he was like 20 years of age. I
Yeah,
usually
he's
used
He's
to
young.
think like
20,
he's 25.
man. He's
He's
mad.
Yeah,
20.
he used to think he's 25 or 26 or something. And that if he plays well with Bruno Fernandes, Ronaldo, he should get far in the Euros for Portugal. They should get far
Yeah.
if they like work together well. So Neto for you guys. The 12th team on the table is Crystal Palace. So
Wilfred Zaha. That guy's an Arsenal fan. I don't want to hear it. This is a non-discussion. This is like seriously no
yeah.
point. Let's just move on, right, guys? I mean, come on. The guy's been begging Arsenal to sign him.
Mm-hmm.
I was begging us to sign him when we had Henry,
Yeah,
and we got Pepe.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So
I actually
100%
thought Pepe
Zaha.
would be a better player.
Yeah. The thing I don't like about Zaha, even in FPL, the fighting of the referee every single time, arguing with players, picking up yellow cards unnecessarily. He gets some. You can wind him up very easily. That's the thing. It's just like Shaka. You can easily make him pick up a red card. That's the only negative thing with him. But on the pitch, though, very
No,
very
I
good.
think, I think, I think. On the contrary, this guy would cause a lot of problems for opposition defenders and get them booked and get them sent off and win us penalties.
Mm,
I mean, the
yeah,
guy.
that's
I
penalties.
think the guy is just he has a much higher success rate in dribbles than Pepe. Pepe
Mhm,
had a higher success rate in France at the time, but that was France,
yeah,
that was Ligue 1.
yeah.
So yeah, for me, Wilfred Zaha. Plus, do we really have wingers except Pepe who really like taking shots at goal? Wilfred Zaha shoots anytime he
Correct.
sees the goalpost. You know what I mean? So I think we're
Yeah,
going to get a lot of goals from him on the wing. So my dream signing would definitely be Wilfred Zaha, Arsenal fan, Gooner.
I'll have it now.
yeah.
Mhm.
Eze has been quite good since he was at QPR.
Yeah.
I don't think he's shown that much this season though. I think maybe next season if he gets more chances. They've been struggling all over the place this season as well. They don't score a lot of goals. Eze is good, but I haven't seen much of him. So Zaha 100%. Gary Cahill maybe Callum. There's a time we
Jesus.
were linked to
I
Gary
didn't.
Cahill. Do you remember that? Last season you almost got him.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Oh
Another
I
yeah,
don't
Chelsea
want
player as
another.
well.
I don't want another snail in the team. We've already got Shaka.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We don't need
Hmm.
another one. So
Yeah.
yeah. And then, do you remember what Rafinha did to him?
Oh yeah, he ended his career. Yeah, I think I've never even seen
Please.
him since. That was terrible.
Yeah,
That
bro.
was terrible. Rafinha is very skillful though. So Zaha 100%. We do agree on that one. Let's go. We're going into the top teams now. The 11th team, Callum Leeds United.
do you know what? It could be between Patrick Bamford or is it you say Rafinha? Did you say his name?
Mm.
Rafinha?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rafinha. Yeah.
I think I have them. I think Patrick Bamford. Because I think he's one of them players that I think he could do a better job than Lacazette. He could got the hold up play and he's also threatening the box, you know what I mean, before crosses because we seem to cross the ball in a lot. So and I like Bamford as well. So
Mm.
I think I've
Bamford.
got for Bamford because I like that old, that style of play. The old centre forward just head the ball. You know what I mean? We got a load of flair players in our team already in likes of Saka, Pepe, Willian. Yeah, so I'll go for Bamford.
Bamford. So
Fair shout. I think I mean, Bamford is a candidate. Rafinha is a candidate, obviously. And how about Kevin? Is it Kevin Phillips?
I don't
Yeah,
like him.
Calvin Phillips in the midfield. Yeah,
Calvin Phillips. I mean, I think why not Calvin? I mean,
I saw like
I think
I see him play once in a while when I watch Leeds, and then I've watched England the other night as well, and he don't for me don't look anything that special to me. I don't know.
really, I think he could be a great partner for Thomas Partey in midfield.
I don't
very
know.
solid. That would be very solid. That would be very
That would be
solid.
a very strong midfield, bro. Plus, I mean, we need a few buns here, man buns in the team, bro. We
Get
don't have
Bale
enough
in
of
there.
those.
Get. I think it has to be Rafinha. That guy is very very good. Coming from I think second division in
Mm,
France, and then having that
mm,
much impact in his first season. Very very good player. Now a player I wouldn't have from them is their goalkeeper. He is very shaky. I've never seen him handle the ball.
oh,
He always punches it. It's good to punch the
Melie.
ball, yeah, but he's very very shaky. He always seems very
Mm,
scared. He's very young. Yeah, Tierney agrees with you in the chat. So imagine Phillips and Partey. Phillips is technical wise is very good in terms of passing.
mm.
Very very good.
And tackling.
Alioski and tackling very good as well. Yeah, and he's
Yeah,
English
yeah.
as well. They love an
Mm,
English player. Helps with the.
yep.
Is it how many English players do you need in the team? That
I
rule.
don't know.
Um,
Some
I
quota.
Llorente not really, Ash, no, not really. He hasn't been playing every single day. The guy is really right. Shaka is so slow. It looks like he's. Callum, you have someone who agrees with you. You have someone who agrees with you. So
Buffering.
Rafinha, yeah. Phillips is good. Rafinha is good. Bamford is good. I
I
don't
love
think.
that.
Okay, as a backup striker as well, Bamford would do the job for us. So
Yeah.
Rafinha for me. Zoom is sticking with Rafinha or
Yeah,
Phillips.
I'm gonna stick with Rafinha, man. I want to see that. I want to see Rafinha do what he did to Cahill, but now like in big games. I want to see it do it
Yeah.
to Davinson Sanchez and them. That would be brilliant.
Yeah. Luke Shaw. That's what I want.
Luke Shaw, you know what I mean? Yeah,
Their hero. They've started talking a lot about him. I'd like him to get ripped apart once again. We are heading into
yeah.
the top 10 now. Callum, Aston Villa now. You have like at least 13, 14 players there you can pick.
I'm gonna take the player that I want. Any player in the world, in my opinion, I want Grealish. I want
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Grealish.
man.
I would
Jack
love
boy.
Grealish more than anything because he's so good. He's unreal. He's unreal. He looks like a leader as well. He's a leader as well. So he'll come into this team and you see Shaka making these silly men. You grab him by his, you know what I mean? Like, don't mess about. Do you know what I mean? I love that. Do you know what I mean? Puts his socks low like Smith Rowe. They'll be like best friends. So and they are best friends. We'll
Yeah.
put on Instagram and that. They're always chatting. So have it. Oh, I'll love it. I swear. I'm praying. If I still see this, yeah, please get
Mm.
Grealish. Buy this guy. Put 80 million. Buy him. We need him. 100%.
So
Emi Martinez. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It would be.
no,
It
thank
would
you.
be. It's definitely Jack Grealish. There's no other option. I mean, you said there was 13, 14 players, and I get it. McGinn, you have Ollie Watkins, you have Ross Barkley, you have the central midfielders, uh, you have the left backs, the right backs, the whole back line,
Yeah,
Konza and them. But now, for me, it has to be Jack Grealish, man. The sauce that we would have
yeah,
in our team would be ridiculous, bro.
yeah. Any other mention from Aston Villa, Callum? Any other player? Maybe if Grealish wasn't there.
Not even as a joke, yeah. I would actually have Martinez back. Do you know what I mean? I would have him back.
Yeah.
Pick him back there. Have him back. So that's the only two players I'll take from them.
Callum has been complaining about the right back, so maybe a Cash. Cash has been very good this season, coming from the
Yeah,
Championship. McGinn,
yeah.
now
I'd
I
take
really
Cash.
like McGinn. Yeah, I really
Yeah.
like McGinn in midfield.
McGinn
I
is
really
such a
like
baller.
McGinn in midfield. Like he's very energetic in the midfield. McGinn,
Oh,
he gets a
yeah,
chance
man.
to shoot the ball, tackling. We had a tough time against him at the Emirates Stadium.
Yeah,
Very tough
yeah.
time. So for me, definitely Grealish, 100%. McGinn is my other shout. You guys, Martinez and Cash. Okay. The ninth team is Arsenal, so we're not picking. For fun. Let's say you have a different team from another country. So who would you pick from Arsenal?
Saka, man.
100%,
Saka.
not Martinelli.
That's not. Nah, Saka for now. Martinelli for sure. At some point, he's gonna be the player that people want. But Saka is right now the light at the end of our tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Okay,
what I
and
mean? It just
Callum,
really feels
yeah,
like we're in the dark. So yeah.
Callum, any other player from Arsenal you'd pick? Leno,
Uh, um, Gabriel. Honestly,
Gabriel.
Good
Gabriel,
show.
he's class. He's the, you know, what I mean,
Yeah.
he's unreal. And he's only 23, so yeah, it's good to put your money in there. So I'd have him if I was in another team.
I think it has to be Saka. 100% has to be Saka. Saka, very
Aubameyang.
very good. This guy, yeah, maybe like I said, Saka can play on the right
Uh-huh.
side. He can play on the left side. He can play as a defender. He can play as a right back. We've even
Yeah.
used him as a right back in the, was it against Olympiacos or Benfica? One of those
Yeah,
games.
and he gave a Europa
Benfica.
Yeah.
League.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
when we
gave
were
that
struggling to
assist.
get a goal, he gave the assist from right back position. So I'm sure when Leno is injured, maybe Orion, throw him in goal. He can do the job, and
Yeah, let's
very
see
very
what
good player.
happens.
Let's see if he plays the other games for England. I didn't see him in the squad yesterday,
No,
so
no.
let's see. Probably.
Apparently, he's been withdrawn.
Yeah,
He's
he's
not
on.
Mm,
going to meet up with England. No, he's not going to do that.
He's injured,
that
isn't
is
he?
because of the injury.
Yeah, so they're just going to continue assessing him. I think the same has been said of Marcus Rashford for United as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
How could you forget this guy, Willian? Wouldn't you pick
Ah,
Willian? Ashton says Willian
You know
one way
what?
ticket.
You see that part? You see on your screen,
Yeah,
Glenn. There's a part that
yeah.
says Mike. Just click on
Check,
that,
check,
and
check,
Callum and I
check,
will
check,
just
check,
continue.
check your
No,
mic.
no,
Check your
just
mic. I'm saying check your mic.
hello,
Your mic is making a
Mike.
sound. Just check your mic.
My mic.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. What was this saying? Did you pick it up, Callum?
hello?
Did you pick it up what you were saying?
No, no, I didn't hear. I didn't hear him.
Yeah, yeah, your mic was shaking Zoom just a bit. Maybe he was about to say something bad about William. So William always has this thing of disconnecting people's mics. He always has a thing about disconnecting people's mics. So as you fix your mic, let me check now. Just try again now.
Hello.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, yeah. So you see the part where now on your screen, just press the
Yeah.
mic button and mute yourself, because then Callum and I are gonna take on the rest of the show. I can't believe it's just
I,
Willian, bro.
I didn't say it. It's Ashton who said. It's Ashton who said in the chat. I was just reading the
Ashton needs
comments.
to chill.
Ashton needs to get blocked. Okay, Ashton, you always got me blocked from my own
Oh,
damn shows. So no, definitely not William. Let's go to the eighth team, Callum Everton. A lot of options as well this season.
you know what?
Tough one.
It has to be Calvin Lewin.
Mm.
I know I've been picking a lot of strikers, yeah, but I think Calvin Lewin is class. I think he is levels above Lacazette, especially this season. Anyway, I do.
Jesus
I
Christ, you
think
guys really love Lacazette.
I
There's so
think
many
he.
options though at Everton.
I
There are
know
very many
and then
options.
you get Rodriguez. You know, he's another one that would come close. Do you know what I mean? I like
Mhm.
him. I think he's a decent player. Do you know what I mean? So if I had to pick Calvin Lewin or Wolby,
So
one of them.
Calvert, you will be if you
I'm
sign
joking.
Calvert Lewin, will he come
Nah.
and be a starter immediately in your team, Callum? Would he be a
Yeah, I
starter,
would.
Calvert Lewin? Okay.
Yeah,
So for me,
Calvin
I
Lewin.
would
Yeah.
get Duke. I'd still want Doucouré. Same way I wanted him from Watford. So you guys said Bissouma. I think Doucouré would do the same job and he'll get you goals. Bissouma doesn't score goals. Doucouré scores goals. So I think Doucouré is like an upgrade on Bissouma as well. And
Oh,
I think he has
Decore.
an injury right now. He's very good as well. He scores against any team as well. United, Chelsea,
Yeah.
doesn't care. He scores goals. So we have a lot of players. Richarlison, you can get Holgate, you can get anyone from there. Who would you pick? Pickford.
You mentioned Decore. Allen is a very good central midfielder.
Yeah.
Brazilian
Yeah.
Allen.
Yeah.
And for me, he's like him and Decore. Either of them would be a very good partner for Thomas Partey. There's just so much aggression. There's so much energy.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much intensity. So I think one of them would be fantastic for us in our midfield. But
Yeah.
I'd be very interested in Richarlison because I think
Nah.
Richarlison could be molded into a number of things. He could be a winger, a dangerous winger for us. He could be a dangerous striker. So yeah, I think I'd be very interested in Richarlison. Plus, he's Brazilian.
Another
You
one
can
who
never
I would
have too many Brazilians in your team, bro.
Oh,
That's
you
how you
can
win
ask.
things.
You
I don't
can
know
ask
about him.
Fred. Ask Fred at United. You can ask Fred at
Nah, nah,
United.
nah.
The two
Fred is the
million.
only
He's
Brazilian they
still.
have.
Is he really Brazilian? Is he really Brazilian? He doesn't feel
That
like a
guy is
Brazilian in
Kenyan.
that
That
team.
guy is Kenyan,
Is
bro.
even disrespect, disrespect. I'd go for San Marino. I'd go for San Marino and hope for San Marino. Richarlison is another one, just like Zaha Zoom. Like too many antics on the pitch. Wants to fight, wants to argue with the referee every single
We
time.
need
Yeah.
that.
Dives. We need that in the team. He can pick
Yeah,
up
we
a
need
yellow
that
card and
South
red card
American
anytime.
grit. Yeah, but he'll bang
But
2
man,
goals,
we
bro.
already have man. Okay, Richarlison for you. Callum, do you agree? Okay, if you had to pick between Richarlison and Doucouré.
The Corey, I don't really rate Richarlison that much, to be honest with you. I think he's overly hyped. A lot overly hyped because he's a
Yeah.
Brazilian player. Do you know what I mean? Playing in the Premier League. Yeah, I really don't think he's as big as people think honestly, I think what I've seen of him, he doesn't show me anything special. When I watch Neto, for
He's
example, I
young,
said,
yeah.
wow. I don't
He's
know.
young, still has long way to go. I think he can improve. Also, another one who came from Watford, by the way, just like Doucouré. So, Richarlison for you, okay. Defensively, they have the likes of Keane, but yeah, I don't think we'd go for them. So,
Nah.
Everton, I go with Doucouré. He goes for Richarlison. He goes for Calvert-Lewin. A lot of players from there. The seventh team is Liverpool's home. Liverpool. Can you yes?
Yeah, I can.
Thinking about it. Yeah.
So many choices, man.
Chamberlain.
Do you guys want to solve our defensive issues? No way. Defensive issues. Van
With
Dijk.
who? Liverpool have the more defensive issues than us.
Van Dijk, man.
Gabriel is clear,
Fabinho.
in my opinion.
Wijnaldum. Oh, I think I'd take. I think I'd take. I think I'd take Wijnaldum.
Ronaldo, energy in midfield. Liverpool don't have like a creative midfield or a technical midfield. It's just power. For 90 minutes, it's just power and fight. Wijnaldum, Henderson, they're not technically gifted or will score for you a bunch of goals. No, it's just energy in midfield. They have a lot of energy. Callum, surely you have a different opinion.
I would go Van Dijk. Has to be Van Dijk. You know what I mean? Him and Gabriel together, to be finished. Yeah, I'm real. I mean, I love Van Dijk. He changed Liverpool. You saw when he comes at the Liverpool side. Look how fed up they've lost Gomez as well. Yeah, and majority of the midfield. That's not the point. Yeah, when they've lost Van Dijk, when Van Dijk came out the team, they looked like a shell of them for themselves. He will come into Arsenal. He's a leader. Do you know what I mean? He's one of the. We'll probably go in the dressing room and grab the guy. Say, "What are you doing?" You just think he's. Do you know what I mean? He'll grab Pepe when he's trying to headbutt a guy. Grab him. Like, what are you doing?
I think it's a decent option. I think it's a very good option, but I think it's too obvious. What about Alexander Arnold to replace Bellerin? I know he's not the best defensively. I think he's better attacking wise. Okay, Callum, what do you think attacking wise?
I would. I actually would. It's not much harder to be better than Bellerin, but Alexander Arnold's probably one of the best right backs in the world, in my opinion. Probably one of the best out there. So I would 100% have him. It'd be like night and day difference between him and Bellerin. So 100%.
So Van Dijk is sticking with Van Dijk as your option.
I'll change it. Actually, I'll change it. Alexander Arnold. I'll change because we got more problems right back than we do centre back, to be honest.
So a lot of choices. You could even have Robertson to come and play on the left side with Tierney.
What then? But then he's gonna be so unhappy on the bench.
Robertson.
I mean, we do need a backup left back.
Yeah, you do need a backup left back. You can get Robertson.
Yeah.
So who's your choice from Liverpool?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to Wijnaldum.
Wijnaldum, okay, very out of the box opinion, but Wijnaldum is great as well. It's been very good. No.
I thought you would have went for.
He's not had any impact at all at Liverpool. He has not had any impact at all. Maybe because of the injuries. The Bayern Munich Thiago, maybe. Oh, here's a good one for you. Tottenham's the home. Tottenham.
Kane.
Who would you get from Tottenham?
Harry Kane. I take Harry Kane.
Why?
So that he benches Aubameyang.
No other option from that? Ndombele?
Nah, I think if not Harry Kane, in a heartbeat I'd take Young-min Son.
Yeah, I think I'd have to take Son. Callum.
Yeah, I was gonna say so as well, but and Dombele, I don't mind having him. You know what I mean? Next to Party, that'd be a good little partnership there. So I'll go in Dombele because I'll go in Dombele. I think he's actually a really good player.
Doherty Zoom.
Doherty, no way, bro. After what Emil Smith Rowe and them did to him, come on, bro.
Now that kind of defender, I
man.
think Bellerin is better than him, right, Callum? At least Bellerin is better than Doherty.
Yeah,
I think Bellerin is better than Doherty.
But Doherty's not a right
another
back.
option.
He's a right
wing back,
so.
exactly. Yeah. I don't think they use him in the best position. From Tottenham, maybe Son, Kane. Okay, Lucas Moura. Let's say Zoom, you're given 50 million for Lucas Moura. Would you get him?
No, I'm good.
Okay, no Lucas Moura for you. Callum, 15 million for Lucas Moura.
I'm actually might. From just
nah.
what he's done. For what he's done.
I mean, Zuhum just told us you can never have too many Brazilians.
No, I can't.
There's another option for you.
Lucas actually, what I've seen of him lately, even when they lost the other day in Europa League, yeah, he looked decent. Do you know what I mean? He ripped a few people. I think he's alright. So I would pay 15 for him. I won't pay any more though, any more than 15. But I would probably pay 15 for him. I think he's alright. He did a better job than Pepe, I reckon.
Okay.
Come on. Guys, we have too many. Okay, now you're just taking the piss.
No, I'm telling you because Aurier scored a goal today. I think he scored a goal today for his international. He had a goal and an assist today in the international game.
Good for Cote d'Ivoire, man. I'm not interested.
Pepe is from there. I mean, imagine him joining Pepe and Zaha, as you just said, at the Ivory Coast combination. Callum Ashton says no one picked Mane from Liverpool.
Oh yeah, Jesus Christ. That would be the next one for me if it was Alexander-Arnold or Van Dijk. It would be Mane because Mane is the only. I think he's so good, yeah, but he reminds me so much of Sanchez, just the way he moves about on the pitch. And Sanchez is my favorite player. You know what I mean? All time, I reckon. So I'd have to. Yeah, I would go for Mane as well, but I'll take them all. In the middle, looks like Liverpool don't need them anyway.
The home West Ham, a team we saw first hand last week.
I'd be very interested in Benrahma, man. That number 9 right there, bro, on screen. Yeah, I'd be very interested in Benrahma. I think they have Declan Rice as well, who's a very good central midfielder, holding midfielder. That would be very interesting.
We have better than Partey, as I told you guys last week, according to the West Ham fans.
Not better than, according to the West Ham fans. But I think I'd go with Declan Rice because he'd be a great partner for Thomas Partey. I think you're seeing a recurring theme with my choices. A lot of choices are based on partnering Thomas Partey because I really feel like we still miss that. Yeah,
you're very right. Very right. Callum, a lot of options from West Ham as well. Mark Noble experience.
You know what?
Penalty.
I've always wanted, and it has to be Rice. I know I don't want to be boring, but honestly, Rice is unreal. Do you know what I mean? Every time I see him play, I'm wowed by him. And he's drive. Like the other day, I think when he played against us, he went past 4 of our players, run through the midfield. And I'm like,
I remember that. And then keeper saved. He almost scored. That would have been a dagger.
He almost scored as well. That's what I mean. So
that would have.
I like that heart and I like that desire, and that's what we need, isn't it? So him next to Partey, mad partnership. If it's another player, Berrier, I can't pronounce his name. The number 9 they have.
Benrahma.
Benrahma, there we go.
Antonio.
I can't pronounce it.
Benrahma, yeah. Benrahma.
I've honestly, if it was him, it would be him because he's skillful. He reminds me a lot like Mahrez. It's similar to Mahrez. Yeah. Quite similar to Mahrez, and so I'll pick him.
It's these Arabs, bro. It's these Arabs, man. They're just too technically gifted, if I do say so myself. You know what I mean?
I'd go for. It's a tough one. I'd go for maybe Soucek. Getting himself into the box, as I told you guys last week, reminds me of Ramsey. He can head the ball, can help us in terms of heading the ball, last minute get them in the box and stuff. So I'd probably go with Soucek. So Zoom just told us as well that Constance, yeah, like picks like alongside Partey. So the next one is Chelsea. Surely you're having Jorginho, another one who's going to play next to Partey. He'll play next to Partey.
We don't want another Shaka.
Nah. Yeah, I mean it's
We
interesting. You
almost
guys
signed
talk
him
about
last season.
yeah,
No,
exactly, and I think he'd
the
be. I
heart
think he
attack.
would have been an upgrade. He would have been an upgrade
Yeah,
on Xhaka.
on shot. Yeah.
That's just my opinion. But I think if I were to choose one player, it would be between Hakim Ziyech and
Mm-hmm.
Christian Pulisic, Captain America.
Ziyech or
So I think I'm gonna go with
Pulisic.
Pulisic because I don't want to choose the Arab that it just looks like there's an agenda I'm starting to create here. You know what I mean? So I'm
Yeah,
gonna go with yeah. Look, the American choosing the Arab choosing the American. So I'm gonna go with Captain America.
yeah. Let's see whether Callum chooses an English player. Are you choosing an English player from
Mount.
Chelsea?
He's choosing Mount.
Nah, I think I'll go with Kante. I think
Mm.
Kante next to Party. I can't imagine.
2021 Kante, really?
Huh?
2021 Kante? 2021 Kante? Is he that good like 2015
He looks
Kante?
like he's coming back.
He's coming.
Mm.
He has it. You know, he's put has even though he's not had the best of seasons,
Yeah.
but he's just one of the best midfielders in the world. One of them, I think. Anyway, so it has to be him. If not, close second Pulisic. I think
Pulisic, yeah.
Pulisic is unreal, but yeah.
Ashton says Abramovich. That would be we'd buy players at least. We
Yeah,
would buy
yeah.
players.
I would love
But
that,
he
you
would have
know.
sacked. He would have sacked
I'd
Atsa
take
by
it.
now. That's my only fear. He would have sacked Atsa by now.
100%.
That's
Yeah,
all.
true,
I know would have
true.
sacked Atsa by now. So Abramovich should have been a good pick. So from Chelsea, it's a very tough one. But I think I'd agree with you, Callum. Maybe a Kante in midfield with Partey. That would have been something crazy. Partey and Kante in the mid World Cup win
Yeah,
as
man.
well. Very, very good. Maybe the likes of
Odegaard.
James in the future. Odegaard as well in midfield, that would have been
Yeah.
crazy. Zoom, Leicester City. A lot of options
Matters,
from.
right? You have to choose
Mm,
Matters, right?
uh-huh. Not
You
really
have
a
to
lot
choose
of
Matters.
options
He's
from
there.
them.
Yeah, I mean, there are other options. There is Tielemans. There is obviously what do you call this guy? Jamie Vardy. There is Soyuncu, the center back, who's
Ndidi.
really good. Ndidi as well. But I just love Matters, man. I love skillful players, and I have to choose Matters. I mean, he's essentially in the same bracket as Jack Grealish. That's the only reason we pick Matters, right?
Yeah. Also,
So yeah, I mean,
I do feel set pieces same as Ward Prowse, as I said. Free kicks,
mm,
it's a goal. Corners, the pace on the corners is actually when the defender gets on it, it's a goal because you don't really have to head it. You just have to put your head there because it comes a lot of
yeah.
pace. For me, to go with Tillemans. Like the way he gets himself from the midfield to the other box, very, very quick.
Mm.
He literally can pick the ball from Leicester, from their defender, like he did against United in the FA Cup. Gave the ball
Yeah,
to Kelechi and Nacho, gave him back, and he was off and he shoots the ball goal. I think in the Belgium team as well is very important these days. They used to have Fellaini there. Let's be honest. They used to have Fellaini.
yikes.
They now have
Yeah, now that
Tillemans. So
and
yeah,
Witzel in them. So yeah, it's a good team. You're right.
sure.
Tielemans would
Yeah,
be very good because he would essentially do what I think many Arsenal fans would have thought Awar would have done for us, Hosam Awar. He's more of a link player, right? But at the same
yeah,
time, he has the tenacity, he has the aggression, he has the pace and the
yeah.
drive, and he has the technical ability to play that role as well. So he'd be a very good midfield partner. But look at you see, I'm not the only one looking for a midfield partner for Thomas Partey. Even Glenn's doing it now.
Okay, Callum, you have the vote now. You have the final vote. Tillemans or Madison, or would you get another player?
Well, if I would get another player out of them too, if I were to,
Okay,
I don't
any
know.
player from Leicester you'd pick. Any other you'd pick apart from those two, or would you want any of those two?
I'll go for Vardy. I know he's on the wrong side of
Right.
30. He's on the wrong
Oh,
side of
right.
30. So
Yeah.
is Aubameyang. But Vardy hasn't slowed down, and he's been
He
hitting
gets
it.
quicker,
You know what I
man.
mean? He's been getting quick every year. You know what I mean? He's been hitting more than 20 goals every season for the last 3 years, isn't it? 4 seasons, 3
Yeah.
seasons, something like that. So I would love that. A few more years, get Vardy, and he'd be banging them in for us. So I
I
would have to
mean,
pick
there,
Vardy.
are- there are some comments that came in earlier. So let me see which players Cookie picked. I can see Grealish from Aston Villa, Pope from Burnley, Kante from Chelsea, Zaha, Calvert-Lewin, Mitrovic, Tillemans. He picked
Mitrovic, good
Tillemans.
stuff.
He picked Tillemans. Alexander-Arnold, Bamford, just like Callum, De Bruyne, Rashford, Joe Linton. Jesus Christ, Joe Linton. Kane, Ward-Prowse, Lingard, Traore from, I'm guessing that's Wolves, or is it the Aston Villa Traore, any of them? So for me, he picks Vardy. Callum has gone for Vardy. So would you have Vardy, Zoom?
Yeah, no. I mean, Callum, the guy he's well on the wrong side of 30. He's 2 years older than Aubameyang.
Mm-hmm.
And, I wish you were asking me this when he was 26, 27, around Arsene Wenger times.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, but you know,
yeah, but
with the,
he's still a better finisher than Aubameyang, though. But at the same time, he is getting older. And Callum, I don't know if you've noticed recently, but he's been missing quite a number of chances. He missed a very, very good chance versus Man United
Against
in the FA
United.
Cup.
Yeah.
And and
Almost
and
cost them.
if
Yeah.
exactly, and if Aubameyang had missed that, you'd be shouting. So
Yeah.
I think he's slowing down as well, man. Matters, man. Just take your brother, man. Your English brother matters. You're not gonna go wrong.
I would go second with Matters. I know that second I would.
No, I mean, Callum. How long? How long?
Vardy's English as well,
Is
though.
Yeah, he is. But like, how long? How long is Red Bull gonna keep Vardy going? You know what I mean?
It's close. You know, when you squeeze the can, it's almost done.
Exactly, exactly.
But I'll
Ashton
still have
says
that nine now.
Partey needs a Tinder for midfielders. We know how dangerous Tinder is. You might have a
Yeah.
beautiful pic of Madison there, and then when you click on it and then you go and meet them, it's Fred.
It's
So
Willian
it's William. So let's not go into the Tinder stuff now.
or
Not a
Fred.
good
Yeah.
idea. Great stream from you all. Shout out
Yeah.
to Callum and Zoom. Shout out to RK. We're
Thank
getting
you.
into the final two teams now. Final two teams. A lot of options from these teams. I know you could go obvious with these teams. So, Callum, I'll start with you. Man United.
Do I have to say Bruno Fernandes? You know, I've said it. I hate United. You know? I hate United, but especially now they've got Bruno Fernandes. Do you know what I mean? He's unreal. He's unreal midfielder. He gets goals and assists like mad. You know what I mean? With a manager like Ollie, you dead manager. Do you know what I mean? Dead manager, and he brought life into the Man United team. Do you know what I mean? So it has to be Bruno. Has to be Bruno and Pogba second, but Bruno.
Zoom, Maguire,
Mine is the other way
defender.
around. Oh no, thanks. Maybe Lindelof instead. I don't know.
No,
Um,
no, thank you. The other way around.
my mine's the other way around. Actually, I'd choose Paul Pogba over Bruno. Bruno's having a bit of an incredible season, and I'd be very surprised if he replicates that this season. Next season. I really don't think he's going to put up the same numbers. It's been a bit of a freak season, but the guy who's largely stayed consistent and would love to play with Thomas Partey is Pogba.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, he's essentially the
Yeah.
best central midfielder in the league, in my opinion, in terms of talent and whatnot. And I think Arteta would love Paul Pogba as well, having him in midfield. And you've seen, as soon as Paul Pogba comes on, he makes a huge difference for United. I think he's going to have that kind of impact for Arsenal as well. I mean, you're going to have sauce, you're going to have energy, you're going to have strength, you're going to have, raw talent in that midfield with Thomas Partey. I mean, I just don't see us getting dominated. Paul
Yeah.
Pogba, Thomas Partey. I think you can even allow the other team an extra three midfielders. Let them play
Yeah.
with 14 players. We'll still
Yeah.
be all right. That's all I'm saying. I think Paul Pogba would be the best. Plus,
So, yeah.
I know numbers wise, Bruno is untouchable. But
Yeah.
who do you like watching more, Bruno or Martin Odegaard?
Odegaard for sure. Technical
He's
wise,
just a
the
lot
ability of
silkier,
picking.
Yeah,
Yeah. Uh,
I see why
he's very
Bruno.
good.
We need. Yeah, I see why Bruno, especially because of our desperate need for goals from midfield, right?
Yeah.
Um, we we haven't had that in a very, very long time. I mean, we go back as far as Thomas Rositzky days. You know what I mean? You have
Mhm.
Hleb and Özil and Cazorla and Ramsey. We just haven't had that kind of output ever since them guys. So we're gonna need goals, but I think we can leave that up to someone else. And then Thomas Partey, Paul Pogba. I know Callum would be drooling at that prospect.
Are you getting Pogba to play deep, not further forward?
No, 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 no. They just balance, bro. They
Mhm.
communicate. They agree. They
Mhm.
mix it up. And yeah, you can have two holding midfielders or two central midfielders who alternate between attacks. So yeah, it would be interesting.
Good option. I'm great for bringing up Odegaard. I'm working on something with him, and he's very good. Believe me, if you actually study his positions on the pitch, he's very
Mm,
quite good. Very interesting to watch. I hope he's not
yeah.
seriously injured. I saw he's back in training. Rashford, Callum, no Rashford.
I like Rashford. He's a class player, but not over either Bruno or Pogba. You know, it's just they're just levels, and they make Man United nowadays. So,
Yeah.
but
Zomo,
Rashford's really good though.
yeah. Wan-Bissaka, 30 million to sign Wan-Bissaka. Would you get him?
Uh,
Tough one.
You're whack.
I'm putting in the positions of a
No,
manager.
I,
You're
I
given
don't
so
want
many
it.
options.
What do you mean? Bro, Callum,
Yeah,
get this. United paid English tax on a player who's considering his future with DR Congo.
yeah,
That's mad. Nah, not good
yeah.
that's
enough.
mad. But
Big
what?
up
Luke
that
Shaw
What
guy.
maybe to
Bissaka?
bench. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but he's better than
Listen,
Bellerin.
Nah, is he? Is he? I've seen him do some
Yes.
weird things, man.
defensively, definitely. Attacking wise, I don't think so. So big up Rashford and the Meals. So listen, if you have Rashford and Bellerin in the team, Bellerin planting the trees, Rashford feeding the kids, it's going to be a good
True.
place at North London. Literally,
Maybe,
like
maybe,
it will be a
maybe,
very
maybe
healthy
God.
place.
Yeah, maybe God might start smiling at us a bit more.
Exactly, we might win the trophy, so maybe get Rashford in as well as. But Pogba, that his agent, too much drama, too much drama. So let's go to the
Yeah, that's
top
the
team
only
in the
problem.
league, Carlin. Let's go to the top team in the league. We'll start with you, Manchester City. You have literally like 30 players to pick from Manchester City, so I'll give you two.
Wow.
Pick two you'd have from City.
Two players. It's got to be De Bruyne, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
And for me, one of my favorite players in the Premier League to watch, Mahrez. You know,
Mm,
Mahrez.
he's got to be one of my favorite. And when he was at Leicester, I really wanted Arsenal to just buy him. You know, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
so desperate. You know, but he's just unreal. Watch him play. He can get past anybody. He can rip any player. You know, he can score crazy goal. He's just unreal. You know, I mean, they've got other obviously mad players like Sterling, Aguero, you'd say. You know, I mean, even I don't know. You could say Jesus. You know, Gundogan. So I'd have to pick Morris and De Bruyne. De
Mahrez.
Bruyne's best.
Do you think so? If you're given the chance to exchange Mahrez and Pepe right now, you do it immediately?
Yeah, 100. I'll drive
Ooh,
him.
we'd
I'll
pay
drive him
money
to
on
City.
top.
I'll drive him to City right now.
Okay. Okay. Well,
Yeah,
that's interesting. Zoom, two options. You literally have so many players to choose from that team.
yeah. I'd go for Kevin De Bruyne. You have to go with Kevin De Bruyne.
Mhm.
And that's a tough one. Maybe Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva is a one season wonder though.
Yeah.
Um, I want to say Mahrez, of course, but I think just for variety, I'm gonna go with Cancelo.
Wow. He can play anywhere as well, just like Saka. He
Yeah,
can play left back,
yeah,
right wing back, central midfield.
Cancelo
I
sick.
think that's what Ateta tries to do with Bellerin, like cutting in like Cancelo, but it just doesn't
yeah.
work. He doesn't have that quality. So Cancelo, very, very good player. So you'd take him okay for 50 million right now. Would you get Cancelo, or do you think you'd try the
Yeah.
cheaper ones?
Are you kidding me?
100%.
I mean, the Bants is already there. The Bants
Yeah.
write themselves. I mean, think about it. United bought Cancelo for sorry, they bought Aaron Bissaka for 50, and
Mhm.
Chelsea bought Chilwell for 50. We're buying
Mhm.
Cancelo for 50. Come on, man. He's
Cancelo
nuts.
definitely get Cancelo. That's a very, very good player, and we would have our left back, right back position sorted out. He can play as a
Yeah.
left back to back up to Tierney. Right back is starting every single game. So Cancelo would be my first one, and second one would be De Bruyne. Definitely those crosses. Now that's where what Callum said about Andy Carroll. Just imagine you have De Bruyne and Carroll. So De Bruyne crossing the ball to Carroll. We would get 4 to 5 goals every single game. De
You're
Bruyne,
mad.
I'm not
You're
kidding.
actually
De Bruyne to
crazy,
Carroll,
bro.
the
Carroll is still
technique.
missed. That's how bad Carroll
It's
is.
still
I'll get him.
okay. So Ruben Diaz maybe so.
Nah. I mean, I think Ruben Diaz is in a better team. Gabriel would have done what Ruben Diaz has done
Yeah, I do agree
at
that.
Man
So
City.
cancel.
Yeah.
No one has mentioned Gundogan, Callum.
Yeah, I mean, I said that, like, I think Mahrez is my favorite player, so I've got to pick Mahrez. You know what I mean? For me to watch, and obviously, no one's above the brain. He's the best. The Gundogan,
Yeah.
he's had a crazy season scoring wise. He's scoring everything, isn't he? How many goals he scored this season? I think he scored as many as
A
Lacazette.
lot of goals.
Yeah, I think
I
he's
mean?
got 11, 12 thereabouts.
Yeah.
He's
If
got
you check
12.
all
So,
competitions, probably more. Because he's also
No
scored
doubt.
in the Carabao Cup, FA Cup, Champions League.
yeah, it's
Very many
crazy.
goals.
So
But yeah, very good team.
he's
He plays in a very
yeah,
good team.
he would be, if I had 3 picks, I'll pick Gundogan as well. My third pick. If I had to pick 3,
Okay.
I'll pick him. He's
So
unreal.
if you had 3 picks, Zoom Ashton says Ederson.
Oh,
Oh yeah, Jesus.
I wouldn't get Ederson. I think he's better. I
why
think he's
not?
good in terms of his kicking. I think Leno is a good shortstop. I don't think Leno is one of our big problems in the team. I really don't.
Yeah, I think if I had 3 choices, I'd go
Mhm.
with Kevin De Bruyne, Cancelo, and the last one would be Ruben Diaz. Actually, I'd go with Ruben Diaz because then I feel like we'd have a complete team.
Yeah. So
Gabriel,
the thing
Ruben
with
Diaz, both speaking
yeah.
Portuguese. Kevin De
Mhm.
Bruyne, Cancelo. Kieran
Yeah.
Tierney's gonna have to learn a bit of Portuguese, but I think he'll be fine. His whole the rest of his back four would speak Portuguese. Gabriel, Ruben Diaz,
Yeah.
Cancelo. You know what I mean? Martinelli
Mm.
on his left wing. Like everybody around him is speaking Portuguese. So yeah, I
So
think I
just
think I'd go
imagine.
with
So
Ruben Diaz.
just imagine speaking Portuguese with his Scottish accent. I was watching his video with Smith Rowe. It can actually like pass you if you're not keen. His Scottish
Yeah,
accent is very, very deep. Like you can
very
literally not hear
yeah
what he's saying. But
yeah.
Ederson, every time he sees that button, he always presses it, just like Leno. Like Ederson, Alisson mistakes. Like I know they risk it.
There
The
yeah.
style of play
Do
the
you
style of
guys do
play.
you guys very good point. Do you guys remember Mo Salah chipping him from like 40 yards out in the Champions League or in the Premier League when they beat
Yeah,
them 4-1?
Premier League.
You know,
Yeah,
it was a
yeah.
missed kick.
Yeah.
Guys would have grilled
McTominay,
Leno for that. Exactly.
McTominay,
McTominay
No,
as
yeah,
well.
same step.
no, but
It
I think
makes
Edison is really good with his feet. I
yeah, very.
honestly
He
think
can
he's
score.
probably one of the. He can
He
score.
can pick out a pass. Yeah.
He did one to Gundogan not long ago. He pinged the ball to him, and it went
Yeah,
Mhm.
straight
yeah.
to him. Who was it? I think it was they were playing Chelsea City. I think they
I
were
think
or
That
Tot-
Man
was
United.
Tottenham.
One of
I
them.
think Tottenham.
Davinson
Tottenham.
Sanchez.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Sanchez got messed up.
Would you ever see Leno?
Yeah,
Leno would
that's
try that, and it will go that way. It will go that way.
yeah, I
Yeah,
do
but hey,
agree there.
that's
In
not
terms
his
of
job,
that, it's
man.
very, very good. Yeah.
That's not his
if you
job,
have
Callum.
any if
No, but
Aubameyang makes those runs in behind, oh wow, that would be great because Ederson, yeah, in terms
Yeah,
of
but his
kicking, like
touch,
assist. I think
he would
last
have
season he had
never
something like
controlled
4
that.
assists. Yeah, I think in
I
the last 2 seasons he has like 6 assists or something if you check the stats.
It's mad.
Plus
It's mad.
this
he's
one he
But
already has
mental.
like 2. Yeah,
I think
very, very
what you
good.
guys talk about in terms of assists, I'm pretty sure that's not necessarily in the playbook for Pep Guardiola.
Mm,
What he would
mm,
do better than Leno is decision making. I don't think Leno has bad passes. You know what I mean?
mm, mm,
I think
But
the
decision
players
making is
around him are
bad.
quite poor. His decision making maybe not might not be the best.
mm.
But in terms of shot stopping, I think they're essentially level. Maybe Ederson
Level.
is
Yeah,
a step above,
yeah.
right? But
There's a
yeah,
time.
like I said,
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
sorry. Okay. So yeah, like I said, I think Cancelo, Ruben Diaz, they come into our defense, and then we have Gabriel, we have Saliba, We have
Yeah.
maybe David Luiz. I don't know. But the point is, we have left back covered as well. And then, I mean, that's a Champions League team. That's a Champions League title challenging team, rather.
Yeah, I remember there's a time Ederson was playing against Wolves, and like Traore was running to him, and then he like chipped him, and then instead of making a pass quickly, like oh, I'm off my line, let me clear the ball. He didn't. He actually settled and tried to look for a pass, and then cut back in,
Exactly.
and then gave an actual pass. That is
Yeah.
very, very
Yeah.
risky. He's a risk taker, and Ashton, that means a lot to say. It's good entertainment, fellas. You're helping people with mental health in this lockdown. Keep up,
Huh.
keeping us distracted. Thank you for that. That is to Zoom and to Callum because they're not
Distracting
really helping
ourselves
me.
as well.
Yeah.
They're not helping me with my mental health because they're saying Lacazette and Aubameyang should be sold. So I don't really
Yeah.
agree with that. So those are the three players you're picking from City. So Callum, from all those players you've picked from the 20 teams, if you're to have one, who would you pick as your dream signing from the Premier League?
Grealish.
Grealish.
Yeah,
Wow.
gotta be
Okay, you
Grealish.
think it'd make that much of an impact at Arsenal?
I think he's perfect for Arsenal. You know, if you talk about character, you know, the things he can bring to the pitch and just the way he just charisma. You know, he looks like an Arsenal player for me. I really, really, really want him in
Well,
Arsenal.
he always comments on Saka's pictures and Smith Rowe's pictures. What do you think
Exactly,
of
he
his
loves
swag?
it.
What do you make of his swag? You were sitting the other day in the stands with his was it pajamas or what?
Jesus. we have a
He,
Aubameyang, you know, he can teach him a thing or two.
he can, yeah, for sure. So Grealish is your dream signing. Interesting. So who's your dream signing from the
Yeah,
20
man.
players or
It's
24 players you
Grealish.
picked?
It's Grealish.
Mm,
Grealish is the kind of signing that would make everyone around the world look at us a bit differently.
yeah.
Considering what we have in terms of attacking threat, Grealish is the one guy, in my opinion, that would make Arsenal fans okay with
Hmm.
seeing Odegaard just go back to Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Imagine if they were
mean,
both
think
there.
about that. Ooh wee, that's
Very,
fire,
very
man.
good. Yeah.
That's
I
fire.
mean, it
Martin
wouldn't
Odegaard,
matter how
Jack
many
Grealish on
goals
the
you
left.
concede.
Yeah,
I
man.
mean,
Oh my God,
Saka,
we
all the
just outscore.
I
wow,
can't even
yeah, good.
imagine. That's my dream.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
go for De Bruyne. I'd go for De Bruyne. I'd actually go for De Bruyne. The passing, the technique, the yes, Grealish has the experience as well. I wouldn't mind Grealish, believe me, I wouldn't mind him, but I'd go for De Bruyne. Last question from Ashton. Start with you, Callum. He says, completely off topic. Do you think Aubameyang, Koulibaly, and Mahrez would start if they would have chosen France to
Yeah,
play
they
for
would.
France?
Of
Do
course
you
they
think that
would.
was yeah?
Yeah, I think they would. Why wouldn't they?
Aubameyang,
Okay.
yes. I think. Yeah,
I
I
think
think I agree
Koulibaly
with.
will as well.
Yeah, Koulibaly, Mahrez. Yeah, I think all three of them would, to be
They
honest.
would, yeah, because
Aubameyang would start over Griezmann, right?
Mhm.
he's way better than
Koulibaly
Griezmann.
would start. Yeah, Koulibaly would start over Lenglet for France,
Yeah,
Yeah.
alongside Varane
and yeah, alongside Varane. That's a strong partnership.
and
And
Mahrez on the
then
right side. They have
Mahrez.
plenty of options.
Yeah, they have plenty of options, but Mbappe on the left, Mahrez on the right. I think they're
Jesus.
sorted.
And Aubameyang
Oh
up
my
top.
God.
Oh my lord.
You know they really love Giroud. You know they really love Giroud. You know they really love Giroud. That they
Yeah,
Yeah.
really
they
love
do. To
Giroud.
be fair.
I mean those
Well,
crosses from Mahrez to Giroud. That's something special. So yeah, Ashton, maybe you should send this idea to who's their coach? Is it still
Deschamps.
Didier? Uh-huh. So
Yeah.
send those that idea to him because that would be great. That would be great. Aubameyang scored a banger yesterday for
Oh yeah,
Gabon.
I heard that.
Koulibaly, good option as well. But Umtiti, I think Zuma will now start playing a few games. That would have been crazy for them. So thank you guys for coming on as usual. Zuma, where can they follow you?
On the Twitter and on the IG. Yeah, Zuhum Omar, just the way my name is spelled. Give us a follow and let's interact online, man. I have a lot of opinions, obviously, not just around Arsenal, just overall around football and gaming. So yeah, man. Hop
How are
on,
you? How are you
give me a
coping?
follow.
How are you coping? How are you coping with the international break? Are you like the ones who are waiting for it to end? Or are you like, it's okay?
Nah, I'm not. I'm not necessarily waiting for it to end, man. Because you keep waking up and hoping Odegaard or these men aren't injured, like Party and them, or they don't get COVID or some dumb,
Oh
or maybe
yeah.
Aubameyang isn't left at the airport sleeping on the floor. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
Ridiculous,
Late for
man.
the plane.
Yeah, exactly,
yeah. That's
bro. Nah, I'm enjoying myself. I'm watching series. I'm watching Narcos Mexico, and yeah, man, that's then playing Apex Legends. That's all I'm doing.
Oh, that's what I play.
okay. Callum, any soap operas you're currently watching? EastEnders, catching up with EastEnders. What are you
Taking the
watching,
piss,
Callum?
Glenn.
I just watch. I don't know. I watch. Nah, I just play games most of the time. Play FIFA,
Yeah,
Apex, stuff like that. So I do this. You
yeah.
know,
Brilliant.
and watch England. Watch England. Crappy England. You know,
San Marino.
Struggling to score against San Marino.
San Marino. 5 goals alone. Only 5 goals against San Marino. Disappointing. I watch a lot of YouTube videos. A lot. Like, YouTube, when you watch one video, they just literally suggest another. So you find
Yeah,
Yeah,
yourself
man.
watching a
it's
comedy
down a
from
rabbit
Mr. Bean,
hole.
and then all of a sudden you're watching Steve Harvey's Ask Steve, or you're watching so
Or
many. All of a sudden, yeah.
suddenly you're randomly on a wire giraffes tongues so long kind of video. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Random stuff like that, bro.
Freakiest accidents in swimming pools, like crazy stuff on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like it's too
Yeah,
much sometimes. It's too much. But yeah, make sure you follow Callum. Is new on Twitter at Red Mr. Positive. Follow Zoom. He has a lot of content on different podcasts. So make sure you follow them. That was the dream signings from every single of the 20 teams. Very, very good video. Hope we can do more of this soon again. So thank you for watching. Keep staying safe. I'll catch up with you guys later.